Before moving to next topic in advanced SAMSOL, let us just revise what we know about direction cosines, right? Direction cosines. And what are these direction cosines? Suppose say if we have a vector n which is making an angle of alpha with respect to x-axis, making an angle of beta with respect to y-axis, and suppose if it is making an angle of gamma with respect to z-axis, then the direction cosines for this n can be defined as, the first direction cosine can be called as nx, and this direction cosine will be cos of angle between n and x axis. All right, now here what is the cos of angle between n and x axis? It is alpha, right? So nx will be equal to cos of alpha. Now similarly, if I want to find what is ny, that is the angle, cos of angle made by this vector n with respect to y axis, then it will be ny will be equal to cos of beta. Similarly, nz will be equal to cos of gamma. Now these terms nx, ny and nz are called as direction cosines. Sometimes in some books they also denote this direction cosines nx, ny, nz as l, m and n. All right, so even this can be used, this symbol, these letters can be used, these alphabets can be used to represent direction cosines, or nx, ny, nz can be used to represent direction cosines. So henceforth, whenever we say that nx is equal to, suppose say, zero point 0.5, nx is equal to 0.5, what does this means? This means that cos of alpha is 0.5, or angle made by the vector with respect to x-axis turns out to be cos of that angle will turn out to be 0.5. All right, so this is what are direction cosines. In our course, in our course advanced samsol, this will be very useful. This direction cosines will be very helpful to us for further analysis. All right, now let us see if we have understood this concept by taking one example. All right, now suppose say if I have a x plane. Now what are x planes? X planes are those planes whose outward normal is in the direction of x-axis. Suppose say if I draw one plane on yz plane, if I draw one plane on a YZ plane. All right, so let me draw that. If I draw one plane here like this, yes, if this is our plane now, and if this is the YZ plane, then its outward normal will be in the direction of x. So this will be its outward normal. Now, what will be the values of this direction cosines for this x plane? This plane can be also named as x plane, right? Because its outward normal is in the direction of x axis. So now what will be the direction cosines of this x plane? Let us see that. All right, the direction cosines of this x plane. So the question here is, what are what are direction cosines, what are direction cosine of x plane? What are direction cosines of x plane? In this case, now nx is what? Nx is cos of alpha. And what is alpha? Alpha is the angle made by the outward normal or vector with respect to x-axis, right? Now how much is the angle made by this outward normal with respect to x-axis? In this case, since it is parallel to x-axis, the angle made by this outward normal with respect to x-axis is 0, right? So this will be cos of 0. And what is cos of 0? It is 1. So in this case, nx turns out to be 1. Then similarly, what will be ny now? What will be ny? It will be cos of gamma, right? Cos of angle between outward normal and y-axis. It will be beta. It will be beta. It will be because here we have considered beta as the angle between outward normal and y-axis. So what is the angle here between outward normal of this plane and y-axis? Since this outward normal is in the direction of x-axis, definitely it is making an angle of 90 degrees with respect to y-axis, right? So this will be cos of 90, and as we know, cos of 90 will be 0, so our ny turns out to be 0. Similarly, nz will be cos of gamma, and this will be again cos of, now what is the angle between, what is gamma? Angle between the outward normal or this vector and z axis, and again this will be 90 degrees. So this turns out to be 0. Yeah, right. So here nx turns out to be for a x plane, which is nothing but yz plane, or I can call it just as x plane, whose outward normal is in the direction of x axis or parallel to x axis. In this case, the direction cosines of this plane will be nx equal to 1, ny equal to 0, nz equal to 0. Now similarly, if I take an example of say y plane, then will you be able to now write the direction cosines of the y plane? On the similar basis, what will happen is y plane will be here on zx plane, and its outward normal will be in the direction of y axis, right? Outward normal will be in the direction of y axis. So that means now, so for y plane, value of nx will be equal to 0, because it will be cos of 90 degrees, right? Because if I draw the y plane here, if I draw the y plane here roughly, then its outward normal will be in the direction of y axis, right? That means it will make 90 degrees with respect to x axis and 90 degrees with respect to z axis, but with respect to y axis, this outward normal will make 0 degree angle, because it will be parallel to y axis. So this is our y plane. So y, for y plane, nx will be 0, ny will be equal to 1, because it will make 0 degrees with y axis, whereas nz will be again equal to 0, right? So these are the direction cosines of y plane. All right, these are the direction cosines of y plane. Then what about z plane? What about z plane? Now on similar basis, now you can very easily, you will be able to tell that for z plane, nx will be equal to 0, ny will be equal to 0, whereas nz will be equal to 1, right? So these are the direction cosines of x plane, y plane and z plane. Now what about any one random plane? If I want to find the direction cosine of any random plane, then again I will have to project its, we will have to draw its outward normal, and then we'll have to find its angles of angle made by its outward normal with respect to x axis, y axis and z axis. Now let us take one special case. What what if a plane is equally inclined, a plane is equally inclined to all the axes, to all the axes, meaning all three axes, x axis, y axis and z axis. What if a plane is equally inclined to all three axes, t h r e e, all three axes? All right. So for this, we'll have to know one property of direction cosine, and the property of direction cosine is nx square plus ny square plus nz square will be always equal to 1, and this is a very important property which we'll be continuously using to solve problem in this course, Advanced Mechanics of Solids. All right. So this is a very important property of direction cosines, right? The sum of the squares of the direction cosine will be always equal to 1, and this is very much visible for this x plane, y plane and z plane, right? So with the help of this property, we can easily find the direction cosines of this plane. So we wanted to find the direction cosines of a plane, we wanted to find direction cosine of a plane which is equally inclined to all three axes. Since the plane is equally inclined to all the axes, what will happen here is, since the plane is equally inclined to all the axes, right? In this case, the plane will be now equally inclined to all the axes. That means alpha will be equal to beta, and with that, then that beta will be equal to gamma. So for this case, what will happen is alpha will be equal to beta and this will be equal to gamma. Since all these angles are equal in this case, I hope you all are getting what I'm trying to say. If this is our plane which is equally inclined to all three axes, then its outward normal will make equal angle with respect to all three axes, right? With respect to all three axes, with respect to all three axes, it will make equal angle, right? And this angle. So this alpha, beta and gamma will be equal if the plane is equally inclined to all three axes. Now in this case, we will definitely get, since all these angles are equal, since alpha, beta and gammas are equal, since alpha, beta and gammas are equal, that means nx will be equal to ny and ny will be equal to nz, right? So therefore here nx will be equal to ny will be equal to nz. So what we'll get from here is, if I substitute this, I'll get this as nx square plus, in place of ny, again if I substitute nx, I'll get this as nx square. In place of nz, again if I substitute nx, I'll get this as nx square. This will be equal to 1. So I get here 3 nx square equal to 1. That means nx will be 1 by root 3. And similarly, even ny will be 1 by root 3 and nz will be 1 by root 3. Suppose, so with this property, we come to know that if a plane is equally inclined to all three axes, then the direction cosines will be 1 by root 3. Because in many of the problems, what they will do is, they will just say that the plane is just equally inclined to all three axes, and they won't give you any direction cosines of it. So now we know that if the plane is equally inclined to all the three axes, then nx, ny, nz, all the values of all these nx, ny, nz, all these direction cosines will be equal to 1 by root 3. Then suppose, say, if they give us one problem wherein they say this plane has direction cosines of nx equal to 1 by 2 and ny equal to 1 by 4, and find nz, find nz. And how we will do this now? How we'll solve this? We will say, we know the property of direction cosines, right? Nx square plus ny square plus nz square equal to 1, right? So here I know that nx is 1 by 2 the whole square plus ny is 1 by 4 the whole square plus nz is what I need to find. This should be equal to 1. So I'll get this as 1 by 4 plus 1 by 16 plus nz square equal to 1. Further, nz square will be equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16, right? So if I just divide and multiply this by 16, minus this will be 4 by 16 minus 1 by 16. So how much I'll get this as? Nz square will be equal to 16 minus 4 will be 12 minus 1 will be 11. So this will be 11 by 16. So nz will be basically root of 11 by 16. So this is how we can find the direction cosine if we know two of its direction cosines. Alright, because we know that the property is the sum of the direction cosines will be always equal to 1.